Supergirl is the latest 2026 DC film in James Gunn's new DC Cinematic Universe, the DCU. It is the second official mainline film in this continuity, and it is based on the comic book Woman of Tomorrow. And, well, I've got a few things I want to say about it. I have some goods, and I have some bads, but let's just start with the goods here. So, I'm worried. I'm worried about superhero fatigue and how it's actually going to affect the rest of this cinematic universe. I wanted a good DC universe. We're at a very good start, and I will also make the Incredible Hulk comparison here. I do think that, this is just a little rough spot in what's going to be a bunch of really great stuff in the future. I mean, we got animated Absolute Batman on the way and a bunch of other animated shows, but that's not really what we're looking forward to. We're really wanting the movies. We really want to see Wonder Woman. We really want to see Batman in live action alongside this Superman. We really want to see how Green Lantern is going to interact with Guy Gardner. And now that I've seen Supergirl, I think Supergirl as a character would have worked a lot better in, other characters' movies besides her own. She's just very niche. She's a very niche character, and I know James Gunn really loves to explore those obscure characters. I mean, it goes all the way back to Guardians of the Galaxy and Creature Commandos and even Peacemaker. Like, be real, you didn't know who Peacemaker was before James Gunn came out with that show. But I will say, all in all, this is a very fine movie. A very fine movie. Not perfect, but okay. Millie Alcock was really, really good as this character. She plays Kara so well. She is such a phenomenal actor. She really is. She just knows how to play this character. She knows how to just really step into a role and just become that character. I knew from watching those first few episodes of House of the Dragon that she probably would have made a really good MCU character, or DCU. I honestly never expected her to get casted as Supergirl, but she is Supergirl. She absolutely sells it. She is an amazing, amazing Kara. And Jason Momoa as Lobo, too. I mean, let's be real here. He was the standout here. Jason Momoa as Lobo had some really cool, badass scenes, and he was just so much fun to watch. And I'm so glad that this fan casting really went a long way into a mainline cinematic universe like this one. I mean, it was way back in 2014, people wanted Jason Momoa to play Lobo, but of course Zack Snyder had no plans for him, so that was never going to come true. But thankfully now, in this movie, he's getting the dream role, the role he's always wanted to play, and you can tell he's just loving it. He's just having fun. So all of his scenes were awesome. And then the villain, Krem, yeah, that's where my positivity ends. The entire fucking movie. That was him. The entire movie. Krem is a terrible villain in this. I'm sorry to say, but after reading Woman of Tomorrow and preparing myself for this is a disappointment. He is truly just a terrible villain who shows up, does some bad things, and, well, he does his job to progress the plot, I guess. But other than that, there's not much depth to him. There's just... man. It's such a waste. And his design, too, it just doesn't stick out for me. He looks like another Ravager from Guardians of the Galaxy or something. I don't like the Guardiansification of all these space superhero movies. I don't like that everything just looks like something out of Guardians. And that's how Krem feels. He feels like he belongs in the Guardians of the Galaxy universe among the Ravagers. He was not a very good, interesting, or compelling villain at all. He was really bad. I mean, Poison's Crypto. I guess he's trying to make you care about Crypto, even though I kind of saw that coming a little bit there, and I was like, this is just bait to make me care. But I will say, Superman is also in it, And David Cornsweet has a few scenes as Superman, and it's really good. It's very short. He's not in it a lot. He's only in it for a bit, but every scene he was in, he was good. I really like seeing David Cornsweet. He really is Superman to me now. I will say, though, the writing is just god-awful. This is some terrible writing. And James Gunn was over here saying, this is going to be the best script ever. Oh my god. Okay, well, you said The Flash was like the greatest movie ever, so I don't know if I could take your word on that anymore. Not hating on James Gunn. I love everything he's done. But god, man. This is getting bad. He's got to wake up too. I know you keep wanting to work with niche, obscure characters, but those just kind of don't sell anymore. This is a mainline DC universe, and we need more of our mainline heroes. We're still waiting on Brave and the Bold. We're waiting on Wonder Woman. We're waiting on Aquaman. We already got our Lanterns, but we need our Justice League. We need to get our Justice League settled. I know a lot of people are going to make the comparison to Iron Man and Incredible Hulk, how Superman is the modern equivalent to Iron Man, and the Incredible Hulk is Supergirl. Yeah, I would make that comparison too, but you gotta remember this. There's also very little room for error these days. Superhero fatigue is still pretty high, in my opinion. And if these movies aren't banger after banger after banger, then you're gonna end up with a box office bomb like this one, and well, there's no real telling what's going to happen to the DCU. Anyway, enough about the rants. I need to actually review the film. So, of course, Millie Alcock and Lobo are two bright spots, and the CGI, when it's really good, it looks really good. I will say this movie is very dull and very ugly looking, and it just looks pretty much no different from Guardians of the Galaxy, which is a real shame because Woman of Tomorrow is a very beautifully crafted, colorful comic. It is so nice to look at. Every page is just a splash of bright, vibrant colors, and in here it's just dull, gray, ugly, just gross. So I will say, despite being a different director, this still does feel like a pretty fun and enjoyable James Gunn movie. It still has a lot of bright spots, despite being, well, not great. The writing is bad. The villain is bad. Crypto is kind of used more as a plot device this time around, which I'm not a fan of that. That was, no. A lot of things in this movie felt kind of forced, and it just, no. It didn't hit a lot of boxes for me. I will say, though, this is only the second movie. I mean, Incredible Hulk was the second movie, too. And look at the MCU, you know, they had Infinity War, they had Endgame and everything, so yeah, I'm not going to say I liked it. I didn't like it as much, but it's a safe, enjoyable, fun action movie to take your family to. Or if you're a DC fan, you'll probably notice some things that you'll probably really like. See it for Lobo, if you're a Lobo fan. Yeah, I'm going to have to give this movie a solid 6.2 out of 10. Had some good things in it, but I think the flaws, unfortunately, outweigh the bad. This is just a very generic superhero movie. Anyway, if you guys want to see more reviews just like this one, like, follow, subscribe, and share, and I will see you later.